Uh, Spurs win 129-114 in Boston. Believe it or not, this is the Spurs' first win on the road against a winning team since they won last year in Boston. They've now won 8 of 9 of their last games in Boston. That's a lot. I don't know what it is about playing in TD Garden, but Greg Popovich's teams have been pretty solid at it the past decade or so. Um, Obviously, this is sort of a turning point in the season for the Spurs. They played well in that first game in Milwaukee, not well enough to win, but they've been completely changing the way that they play since that Memphis game. December 23rd against Memphis, um, LaMarcus Aldridge decided, you know what, I'm gonna shoot threes. I guess Pop talked to him. Apparently, there was some comment earlier today from Pop about how, you know, the banging down low and not getting foul calls is not a great strategy in today's NBA. Um, so LaMarcus Aldridge has been shooting more threes, and uh, what did he shoot tonight? Only 1 of 5 from three tonight. But in the previous 7 games, from that Memphis game to the win against Milwaukee, he hit 20 out of 30 attempts. It's over 4 attempts per game, and it's 67% from three. If you like math, that's the same efficiency as hitting 100% of 2-pointers. So, yeah, it's been pretty efficient. And I did a video, film breakdown on my YouTube of that Milwaukee game, and you just see so much of the offense that's not LaMarcus Aldridge open up. If he's playing complementary basketball, setting screens, popping to the arc, it opens up driving lanes for everybody. It makes the offense so much more dynamic and dangerous than a post up. Been saying this all year. Excited to finally see it coming to fruition and see just how good the Spurs team can be when LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan are playing off each other the way that they need to. In the time in that time period from that December 23rd game, LaMarcus Aldridge lighting it up from three, and DeMar DeRozan shooting about 65% from the floor, doing most of his work right in the paint, right where he wants to be, kicking out to open three-point shooters all the time. The Spurs have finally figured out how to use the pieces that they have to run an effective NBA offense. It's awesome. Yeah. DeMar had 30 tonight on 17 shots. Pretty good. And of course, we have to talk about Lonnie Walker, who played 19 minutes tonight, 19 points. He started the game 7 of 9 from the floor, missed his last 2 shots. But my God, he was good. I mean, in the fourth quarter, he started taking pull-up jump shots. Got the ball late in the clock, crossed over Hayward, pull-up elbow. Good. Next possession, uses a screen, runs pick and roll, pull-up elbow. Good. Caught it at the arc, had a little space, took a dribble in, shot it. Good. And he was just feeling it. And then later in the fourth, there was this gorgeous possession that had like 5 or 6 passes in it, and it ended in Lonnie hitting a three. And his defense, yeah, Chulo, his defense is spectacular. He does so many little things over the course of the game, like, deflections, just the way he moves his feet. So many things that don't show up in the box score that really make an impact. And yeah, when he gets an opportunity, when he gets, solid minutes, a solid role, and, feels comfortable out there, he looks fantastic. Spurs' second highest scorer tonight. He was really, really good. He and Derek White together on the bench is fantastic. I mean, White had 15 points on 5 of 6. He also plays fantastic defense. And, you know, I've been think you guys know me. You know I think a lot about the rotation decisions and, who's getting minutes together. And the benefits of having Lonnie Walker come off the bench as opposed to starting are that one, he can feel more comfortable taking those pull-up jump shots because there are fewer creators on the offensive side out there. Um, so, he's not gonna feel bad for taking a few shots. Um, it also keeps the unit of White and Lonnie and Rudy and Patty together and Yak. Like that 5-man unit is really, really good. They play off each other really well. They have great chemistry. Um, it's fun to watch all of them play together. Marco, espresso duty tonight, didn't play till garbage time. Yeah, that makes me happy. Like it it took a long, long time for Marco to just slide into irrelevancy, longer than it probably should have. But we're here now, and it looks like he's really not going to get that much playing time. Um, you know, hopefully for the rest of the season. Hopefully that's over. Yeah, Rudy had a kind of off night tonight. Um, but like DeJounte finished with 10 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and played way bigger than those numbers. He looked really confident out there. Um, but yeah, the biggest thing that's happening is DeMar DeRozan running the offense, LaMarcus Aldridge taking a back seat, setting screens, popping, rolling, spacing the floor, working without the ball. And like I said, it does so much more than just give where DeMar had the ball at the top. LaMarcus was like fighting for post position, and then he was like, wait, no. And he ran up and set a screen. And the Spurs around him were spacing the floor. So basically, it was functionally a 5-out. DeMar immediately made a pass to Patty Mills, who got past his guy. And then there was nobody in the paint to stop the layup. So when LaMarcus Aldridge is playing like that, it creates so many opportunities for other guys. Another great thing that happens is a lot of times there's a switch when they run a pick and roll like that. So then you get 2 favorable matchups. You get a big man, LaMarcus Aldridge, who can post up now on a little guy and absolutely want him to post up on little guys when he gets that because it's either a huge mismatch or he draws a double. So that's one way to get a mismatch. And then another one is, if it's DeMar DeRozan or DeJounte Murray, whichever ball handler, they're going to be matched up against a big man. And then LaMarcus Aldridge can space to the arc, and the guard can dance on the big man and either get past him or put moves on and pull up for an open jumper. And earlier in the season, when things were dismal and this team didn't have any direction, and I was fine with the idea of trading LaMarcus Aldridge, the reason I was fine with the idea of trading LaMarcus Aldridge was because I didn't think he would be willing to play basketball like this. I didn't think he would be willing to take a secondary or almost tertiary role in the offense. But he has. And Mike Finger had something great this morning on how if the Spurs are still sellers at the deadline, then this is great because his stock keeps going up. But as Finger said in that piece, LaMarcus isn't grumbling. The Spurs are playing well. So, but the seismic shift on this team, the thing that took them from being one of the worst teams in the NBA to now blowing out the two best teams in the East in back-to-back games. That change was going away from LaMarcus Aldridge in the post and going toward an offense centered around DeMar penetrating and LaMarcus playing complementary basketball. And it's been fantastic for both of them and the entire team. It's been great. I'm not sure what Pop was mad at Derek about. One big moment in this game, because the Spurs started this game on like a 22-3 run or something like that. It was 22-3 at one point in this game. And Boston climbed back in it, and they were making a run to start the third quarter. They started the third quarter on like a 22-11 run, and then a very interesting sequence of events happened. LaMarcus set a screen. It appeared that nobody on the Celtics called out that screen. Kemba ran face first into the screen. Kemba fell to the floor. Kemba was not happy with the official. Kemba expressed that vociferously. The official gave him a technical. He kept talking like another 4 words, and he got another technical. And then some guy from the upper deck of TD Garden tossed a $11 beer, and it landed like a foot in front of Lonnie Walker on the Spurs bench. And probably would have just bounced right off his hair. But yeah, that could have been bad. But yeah, another quality win for this Spurs team. I'll go through the tape and share that with you guys, and we'll see if they can carry this momentum forward into a tough January. All right. Go Spurs, go.